Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Hi, hello, welcome, Call of Us, Neil Wood, Adam Nutter.
By the renewing of your mind.
The recycling. It's a flesh body world.
Fluid.
Human.
Fluid.
Sir slimy reptilian.
Yo, Cult of Us. I almost forgot I had to intro the show because Neil's not here. Just me, Adam Nutter. What's going on, everybody? Neil is busy. It's some production thing. I don't know. But he's there doing the Lord's work. So Neil's out, just me. But it's all right. I got the man, the myth, the legend himself from the Rock Bottom podcast, Mr. Ray DeVito, sir.
What's up, buddy? Thanks for having me.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah, so we were just talking off air about your podcast, and I was on it last week, and we were talking about a comedy conversation, and this is why I want to bring it up on this show, because I want you motherfuckers who watch this show, who shit on me all the fucking time, and Neil, who go, we don't want to hear comedy talk. This is the fucking question for everybody. Do you, as an audience who aren't comedians, give a shit about inside comedy talk? I think it's interesting. No one else seems to. Now,
see, we're talking about two different podcasts. Like, my podcast fans will like whatever. Like, whatever. I mean, I'll talk about anything. So they'll come with me on whatever. And yes, they're gonna horse around and be like, "Oh, make fun of me, pay money to super chat, say mean things," and I'm fine with it. So yeah, they're pretty cool with whatever I talk about.
No, you do have a good audience for sure.
Yeah, they're cool people. They call themselves the Ray Tards, the Ray Ish, the Ray Cis, the Ray Sexuals, like whatever.
Yeah. No,
buy the shirts. I don't care.
They're
like,
cool.
Rock on.
No, they're cool. All of guys follow me on Twitter now and stuff like that. But but like the comedy thing, it's not just this show. Like, I've done other comedy shows, and we talked about that. And like, I read the comments and going back to it, it's like, fucking comedy's boring. We're only going to hear it inside. I'm like, what the fuck? Because again, I look at it like, all I want to do is hear like Tom Brady talk about like football, right? Because like, I want to hear the guy who's like the best at his position to a thing. I'm interested in football. So if you're interested in comedy, you would think, okay, we're not like Tom Brady, sure. So maybe not a great comparison, but like, still, even if anybody in the NFL is like talking about the insides of the NFL, I still kind of want to listen because like they know more than I do. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I never knew that. So I kind of always looked at it like from that sense, where it's like maybe people want to know like how we look at things or how we go about things. People are like, nah. Like, all right.
All right. Well, I know one of my most popular clips is me and Mark Norman talking about Chris Rock for like 20 minutes. So
yeah,
so I don't know. To each their own.
Oh, I guess
I'm fine. I'm a very simple dude. I just talk about my life, and comedy is like a big
I know
part
it's
of my
our
life.
I know.
I'll talk about the gout in my foot and show them how I duct tape my toes together. Like, I'm just,
there you go. See, that's
I just lay all
my
I just lay all my cards on the table, and they kind of, I'll talk about my bobbleheads, my baseball card collection. I got fans that send me, because Lenny Dykstra did a podcast, and now anytime someone's gay, they call them a Piazza. So I got fans sending me like Piazza cards. So it's whatever, man. I'm not that deep. I only know this much, so I don't go outside that realm. So
yeah, dude, same. It's like I have talked about everything on this show before, like my whole life. Like what hide shit? I don't give a fuck.
It got me my own hot sauce. Look at that.
Your own hot sauce.
Pain in the brain. So there you go.
Cool. Yeah.
Being a simple idiot just pays off a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, I wish I didn't care about things as much as I do. Like, I mean, outside of like comedy and stuff like that, like, like the world and like politics and all that shit. Like, I wish I just didn't give a shit, and like I just didn't let it bother me, or like I think of it, because I feel like that's for like a career, it's better. Like you have more doors open for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I
know nothing about politics. I don't.
That's what I'm saying, right?
So like, I don't pretend to know. I'm not.
You did the right move, dude. Like that's the right.
I think the
move.
people on the right hate us, and the people on the left hate us. All they want to do, they just care about themselves and use us as pawns. That's same thing people do with religion. They just like, there could be a God, there might not be a God, but people just use God to get people to do what they want them to do, and it's like,
dude, that's 100% true.
And that's what they do with politics. So I don't know. So I don't know. I don't get in the middle of that because I don't know. I just know I know you're trying to screw me, and you're trying to screw me. That's all I know.
You're not
I'm
wrong.
just a pawn, so I'm not going to be a pawn. I'm not going to play.
You're not. Well,
you guys play.
Problem is, we're all playing against our will. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like I got too much into that world, and then it's like I'm open about it, and then like people don't like that, and then people in our industry lean a certain way, and then like I kind of get shunned from some things because this is how and that sucks. And if I just shut my fucking mouth, and just pretended I just didn't give a shit, I could definitely have more things available to me, but I just don't. I refuse to. Now it's too late now anyway. Now I'm down the rabbit hole.
Well, it's one of those things too, man. If you're like, if you lean one way, I've seen it work great. Like I look at Joe DeVito killing it on Gutfield over there. Alex Stein's doing great at the Blaze.
No, for sure. I mean, I got my libertarian gig stuff I do, but like that's not,
But like, I'm just not. I'm not that.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Then I watch like my friends like Ryan Long do it, and they just make fun of the extremists on either side. And it's brilliant. So I mean, when you look at it like that, and you just look at as a comedian the joke angles of it, then I'm fine with it. So yeah, it's so easy to make fun of it's great when you make fun of the extremists.
I totally agree.
Like it just got ESPN. They're like pretty much done now because of that. Like they saw all this like whole woke culture, so now they got women talking NFL football, and everyone that watches ESPN's like, yeah, I'm just not going to listen to it. I'm just going to watch Pat McAfee's podcast on the internet instead, and just listen to dudes that actually played football talk about football.
That's the thing, dude.
And it killed them. ESPN killed themselves by pandering.
The woke shit sucks, but like, dude, you're right. Like, because again, though, everyone will be like, "Oh, you just don't want to hear women talk. You're misogynistic." It's like, yeah, that's true. But also, it's like I don't want to see Skip Bayless talk about football, because he never played. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a dude. So I don't give a shit about what Skip Bayless says either, or Stephen A. Smith, because they're I don't hear what journalists have to say about sports.
My favorite's Paul Pierce, man. That's my dude. The dude, he'll just show up with strippers. He doesn't just watching him lose his job on ESPN. He's just live streaming. It just got like chicks doing the booty claps. Like, where you at, Monica? Get over here. Put on Instagram Live.
I don't know what announcer.
I love Paul Pierce. The truth.
The 4:00 games yesterday. I'm pretty sure we all heard one of the 4:00 announcers talk about the 1:00 Cardinals Commanders game. And I'm pretty sure he said, well, the Commanders fucked the Cardinals earlier.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow. How bad was your day going that you watched the Commanders and the Cardinals? I can't think of two worse teams to have to watch.
Well, buddy,
the two worst teams played each other?
As a Giants fan, let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah.
My Sunday night wasn't too great.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, man. That was – I actually wanted to watch the game. I did a show, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to hit because there's a thing, too, in Cleveland. If this is what
this is a great day.
Yeah, but like I'll take this. If the Browns get 2 sacks in a game, you get a free appetizer at BW3. So you get like this $15 thing of nachos for $3 because you still got to pay for the time. So yeah, so I was like, I'm going to BW3, gonna have a couple beers, eat some nachos, and watch Sunday Night Football. As soon as I got in there, it was like 23-0 in this early second quarter, and I was like, all right, this sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But you know what? Our season's not as bad as the Jets because they just lost Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what to make of that because the Packers looked amazing. So
they did. But it's the Bears.
Yeah, but still, like Aaron Rodgers, like, I mean, I have his rookie card, so obviously always want him to be awesome. But at the same time, he kind of looked like a little bitch last year. Like every time like the players would miss a pass, he'd like pout, and like his body language towards his teammates was like,
yeah.
Where party's got to like, dude, come on. We're still on the same team.
I think he's one of those guys who's just so fucking highly competitive, and like he's like a Tom Brady in the sense like he knows like where you should be and where you like, and like it's like you should catch that ball, you should be running this route, like you're fucking, because he's like that good. I think there's some guys who are like so good, where like again like the Brady's, the Mannings, the fucking Rodgers, where like they kind of get that pass to be like.
Well, I saw LeBron do it with the Cavs like for a while, where he would get frustrated at his teammates. And he's holding the team hostage, But like, yeah, that puts more pressure on the team when you got some asshole just staring at you every time you miss a shot. It's like, yeah, dude, I wanted to hit the shot. I wasn't trying to miss a shot, LeBron. I was trying to hit the 3-pointer.
That's true.
I wasn't missing it to piss you off.
Yeah,
you know, so just little things like that.
Yeah, dude. All I've been winning money though. Sports, football betting season for me is like a religious experience. It's like my mecca every year, dude.
Who do you bet on? What do you go for?
Everything. So I never bet the Giants. That's bad luck. You don't bet. I think it's bad luck to bet on your favorite team.
I do it the opposite because I'm a Browns fan and I know we're always going to suck. So I always put $20 on the Browns to lose. Always to lose.
You fade your own team.
Yeah. This way, like we won, and I was happy. I was happy that I gave up the $25 or the $22, whatever it was. Just because, like, all right, well, if they lose, it's like, all right, at least I got paid to watch them eat shit.
Lose. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but I can't. My fandom won't let me do that, dude. I bet on the Giants once a year. It's my birthday week. That's because it's my birthday wish. I go, the Giants have to win this week. It's my birthday wish, and then I bet on them. But I'll bet on like. I had like 15 bets on Sunday, and I think only 4 didn't hit.
Oh wow,
it's pretty good. Right. So I'm up like a few hundred from just Sunday, and a few hit last night. So like I'm up like a few hundred from the weekend.
Oh wow,
but, dude, I can't fucking wait for football betting, dude. I fucking love it. I don't bet like the rest of the year really. Maybe like a few UFC fights or like some random baseball shit, or like during March Madness, I get the itch. You know?
NBA playoffs, I'll bet because I watch it pretty closely. So like sometimes I'll see some lines. And I do okay. I probably win like 60% of the time. So I'm probably, but with the juice, I'm probably about even.
You a March Madness guy?
What's up?
You a March Madness guy?
No. College basketball. I used to love college basketball when they actually stayed and stuff, which I don't blame them for leaving. I mean, you're not getting go make
now
money.
Now they are. Now you can.
Yeah, but still, you're still getting paid more to play in the NBA.
Oh yeah, for sure. But here's how, like, think about it. So like, if I'm like some scrawny sophomore who's like good in college, but like you'll get bodied in the NBA, dude, take an NIL deal for like 2 years. Like have like fucking Budweiser pay you for 2 years as a sponsor, get bigger. Then when you're like 20, 21 years old as a senior, then fucking bounce and go to the pros. So you have like a little more body to you or whatever.
Well, what happens? Because like I was a pretty serious basketball player back in the day, but I didn't play in college or anything. But the college players that were good, even if you don't go in the NBA, you still get paid a lot of money to go play in Germany, to go play overseas. Like they all go play overseas.
Yeah.
Like anyone that's like I'm sure Pittsnoggle, who was never going to make it in the NBA, he was like a March Madness legend. I'm sure he played overseas somewhere for a couple of years. Like it's you can still make money in Australia,
for sure.
like Germany.
Yeah. Europe's big now with basketball shit.
Yeah. That's another thing that pisses me off. Like, WNBA players have to go play. Yeah, so do the male players. So do the good college male players.
Right.
They also have to go play overseas. Yes. It's only the top 0.2% of basketball players get to make it to the NBA. Fucking WNBA annoys the shit out of me. And then the way they just
they lose $12 million in revenue regularly. They have zero profit. And these motherfuckers like, why aren't we getting paid? With what money? The NBA, you only exist because the NBA exists. The NBA is literally a charity case. You're a charity case to the NBA. I mean, like 100%. Like they would not. And like the Bill Burr joke is out there. Like everybody knows what we're gonna say, right? But it's true. And like again, like you just said, the top only like 0.2% go to the NBA. How about all the football kids? There's not even an avenue outside the NFL. Like at least basketball or like baseball, even hockey. There's other leagues. Football, it's like the NFL or go to Canada, bitch. And it's like not even close to the same. Like you have nothing. You just have that.
Well, I'd say this. Get rid of – you want an even playing field, ladies? Megan Rapinoe, the soccer player that pitches the most. This is what you do. You get rid of a men's league. You get rid of calling it a women's league. It's just one league. Oh. The best 12 players make the team.
It's the old men.
That's what I'm saying, though. All right, you want to be like, all right, there you go. The 12 best players. If it's a woman gets to make the cut, great. If it's not, then.
But they never will. Like, dude, Muggsy.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that's just like there you go. You want equal playing field? Equal playing field. Go ahead and play.
It's like here's what I don't understand about female sports. Why would I watch that when I could watch a dude do the same thing more athletically? And it's more like And here's my argument: if you came out with a league of superhumans tomorrow, and was like, "Yo, this guy could jump 40 yards," I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch that." Because it's more impressive than the thing we have, right? So it's like you just want to watch the more impressive, better version of the thing. Of course we do. That's what because I could watch a bunch of high schoolers miss layups because what the NBA is a bunch of high schoolers missing layups and can't dunk. Well, I could go to my local high school and watch that, or I could watch LeBron James dunk from one side of the court to the other side of the court. Like, what's more impressive? Like that, of course.
So yeah, that's why I don't get the whole argument. Say just have one league then. All right, you want just one soccer league, men and women, the best. I don't even know how many play soccer at a time, but the best 12 make the team. That's it. The best 12. That's it.
Did you see the video of those 60-year-old retired English soccer players played an entire team of like professional women's, and like 5 of them beat like an entire women's team.
Yeah, I mean, I played basketball against a lot of like top. Like Chrissy Falcone, who's a point guard for Penn State, that went to the Final Four. Summer Erb, who ended up playing in the WNBA, she went to Purdue. And yeah, they're fine like in pickup games or whatever. But I mean, they're not like I never played college basketball, and like Chrissy Falcone couldn't stay in front of me. You know what I mean? She was a Final Four point guard for Penn State. So,
dude,
I love. She's great. I think she's a coach somewhere. But I'm just saying, like, that's just realistically, it just is what it is.
I have a friend, her name's Stephanie, and she's older. She's in her 40s, but she's definitely a good sports player, but she's apparently very good in tennis, like a whiz in tennis at like her age, like picked it up out of nowhere, really good at it. And I just go, yeah, but like I'm bad. I never played tennis, but I'm like, I'm a man. I could probably beat you.
Oh, really? See, I don't. If I never played it, there's no way I'm going to beat her. She could be mediocre. If I haven't played it, I haven't played it.
I know I can't win. I can't even swing a racket. Yeah. But my brain goes, well, I'm a dude. I could probably swing this after a dub.
Although right now my knees are so shot, like I'm scared to jump. I purposely don't jump because I'm like, I don't know if my knees are gonna. I can still go. I still run 9 miles per hour on the treadmill. But I'm afraid
9 miles an hour. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, but I cannot go. I'm scared to go east to west, if that makes sense.
Your lateral movement shit.
I'm scared just because like you just feel like your knees like and you're like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should
hit the agility bags and fucking drills again, dude. I wear a knee pad at the gym sometimes when I do like certain exercises because my knees also just giving out at old age. I also played football my whole life and did MMA, so I'm fucked. Like my body's just fucking destroyed.
I got the tendonitis in the knees. You could see it. It's pretty. I gotta ice it. I put a ace bandage. I get a frozen peas. Yeah, frozen peas, ice bandage.
This is old man talk.
Yeah, no, I'm an old man.
Dude, I have like this right in like I think it's your whatever this is right here.
Yeah,
I think it's like your MCL or ACL, whatever the fuck this is right here is just weak. Like,
yeah,
and when I walk, it's like sometimes my knees like shaky. Yep. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Like I'll be shooting around by myself, and I'm like, all right, just relax, dude. Just relax. I just get nervous because like if I tear something, I'm gonna be on crutches for 6 months or whatever.
And then that's a bummer for comedy.
Yeah,
walking up on. Then you have to talk about it. Like that's like your act now for 6 months is like fucking got these crutches. It's like because you can't just walk up there and not address that very obvious thing. Because you're not like in a wheelchair permanently. Like you don't have to address the wheelchair thing. It's like, okay, obviously I broke my ankle. There's a funny story I have to put behind this, or you guys are gonna be mad at me if I don't tell you. That's how it works.
I thought I might have. I still can get the MRI, but I sprained my MCL on a Peloton bike. I broke my toe. There's some old man talk. I broke my toe because I occasionally get gout, and I ran on it too soon after the gout went away.
How are you getting
there's
gout?
Crystals in there from drinking beer.
Really?
And, yep.
How much beer are you drinking? You're getting gout. Fucking
apparently enough.
70s.
Apparently,
dude,
apparently, and I'm
100, wild.
And I'm 160 pounds at 5'10". But so I broke my toe, wild. So I couldn't. So I would go on the Peloton bike, and I just put it on the toughest resistance, and I would just go hardcore. I don't even sit down when I do it. I stand up, and I just felt like a little something in my knee. And then the one day, and I just had to stop because I couldn't bend my knee at all. And then an hour later, it was fine. But then the next morning, I woke up and I had to go to the ER. I couldn't do it. and I ended up canceling like a week and a half worth of gigs, and they did the x-rays, nothing's broken. I could still get the MRI, but it's like, it's fine now. So I think I think it was just a sprain, but
yeah, I'm getting to the point of like bodily
but
injuries.
I canceled gigs. I
get it. It just sucks. Like I'm at the point where it's like bodily stuff, like neck down pain. I'm like, if I could live with it, I'm just gonna pretend it doesn't exist and just move on. Because like everything hurts all the time. Like I was doing box jumps at the gym, which is why am I doing that? I'm 36. What am I doing box jumps for? Like, what am I in the NFL? Am I playing football still? No. But I was like, I could fucking do them. Dude, I was getting like to 4 feet something. Pretty high. I'm 6 feet, so pretty high for me. So a 36-year-old dude who doesn't really do athletic shit anymore. And I'm fucking hitting him. I'm feeling myself. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking crushed. I jump off, land, knee goes sideways. I'm like, ah. It's just I'm not injured, but like it's just like weak. Like everything's weak. Like my shoulder's weak. I have like if I stand too long, right here, my shoulder right here, up here, will just start to hurt from standing too long. How does it make sense? I'm using my shoulder to keep myself up. Like dude, I can't walk around stores too long. I can't stand in place too long. I have to like sit to like relieve the pain on my shoulder. I have like a sciatica thing shooting down my fucking lower spine. Dude, I am a fucking mess for 36, and I hate it. I hate the old man talk. I hate that we're old. I hate that I used to be able to just fucking recuperate at 20 without even I used to be able to play full football games without even stretching.
Oh yeah, that was everybody. Yeah. There's a reason why people retire from professional sports. Like they go from an all-star to retiring at like 33. It's I mean that wear and tear catches up on you like pretty fast. So indomethacin. Ask your doctor for indomethacin, and when things really hurt, do some indomethacin.
What's that?
It's an anti-inflammatory, and it's pretty strong.
I want some fucking good drugs, dude. I want some fucking like Dilaudid. You ever hear that? Ever go on that? Or
no.
It's super. It's like it's for like when you're dying for doing. It's like not for.
Oh really?
I had gallbladder infection. That's why I don't have a gallbladder. I had to take it out, and I was in such pain. Like I was like, I get like rushed to the emergency room. I was like punching the wall in the emergency room, like in pain, like physically kicking the fucking wall because like you don't know what to do. Like you just double over in pain. Like this is extreme pain or something. And they're like, listen, we don't know we think it's your like gallbladder or something like that. We're not really sure. So in the meantime, we're gonna give you this Dilaudid to stop the pain. And I was like, dude, you could give me horse cum if you told me I was gonna stop the pain. You know, I don't give a fuck at this point. Like, give me whatever. And they're like, well, it's gonna burn your chest a little bit, but then you're gonna be fine. I'm like, I do not care. And they put that.
It's like, how good of a pain relief is it if you're like, it's gonna feel you burning from the inside, but imagine how painful that burn must really be. That it's still bothering you while you're on a painkiller. How powerful is that?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is this supposed to help me? That's what I'm thinking. But, when you're in that much pain, like you don't like you will take anything to like again, if someone's like, hey man, we're gonna punch you in the dick, but it's gonna make your stomach not hurt. I'll be like, yo, punch me in my dick as hard as you can. Like, I don't care. So they put it in. As soon as it went into my blood system, I felt like this real warm sensation in my chest. I was like, ow. And then it went away. And then this immediate calming went over my entire body, and I felt nothing. And I was like, oh, I could die. Like, I didn't care if I died. Like, that's how calm I was. It felt so good. And then I was like, if this is what even a percentage of what heroin is like, I get it. I get it. Yeah, it was amazing. Like the best feeling in my life. I'll never feel that way again unless I go on that again. Like, it's just this, like you're like in a conscious coma almost.
Yeah, heroin must be amazing.
Must be amazing.
I think if I'm in hospice, I'm gonna be like, you know what, dude, give me some of that heroin. Like,
why not?
Like, let's do some heroin. I've held out on this my whole life. Apparently, it's amazing. People like sacrifice teeth for it. They give up on their families because of it.
Relationships, jobs,
just like everything. Like fucking
anal virginity. Everything.
It must be the fucking best. Heroin's got to be the greatest thing ever.
Dude, they're on the street corner just sleeping, standing up. That's cool. Like a horse. They sleep like horses or cows, whatever.
They'll use a brick as a pillow.
They don't give a fuck.
That's
And then when they're up, dude, I was at the gym, the gym last week, and my gym's like it's in like a part of a Bucks. It's like 15 minutes from my house, but it's in like the more like by the mall area. Like there's a lot of stores, so it's like obviously you get like a lot of fucking people in that area because where all the stores are. So my gym's there, and like behind where my car is like there's like grassy area with all these trees, and there was just the scrawniest hippie looking heroin guy just fucking doing the. Like that thing in the grass, like the zombie nod, like the zombie in the grass is like leaning over. And I was like, this guy's either going to die here or he's going to get up in 2 hours feeling great and will have no sign of this guy ever being here. And sure as shit, gone. 2 hours, he was just up back to just doing heroin shit, just digging through dumpsters, fucking sucking dick for more drugs, the usual. But he was fine.
Yeah, I don't even know how to get heroin. I don't even know. Let's say I wanted to do heroin. I don't even know where to go about it.
Go to your local shady district of like, where's like the shadiest part of Cleveland? Go there.
Cleveland, just Cleveland.
Just Cleveland in general. Just go to Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't even know where to. Yeah, but you look at the people on here. I wouldn't trust them to go get it. I would want. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to do heroin.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do heroin.
Yeah,
but like the reason I'm not going to do heroin is because like the reason we just said. Like the I feel like the feeling doesn't outweigh the negatives. Like I want that feeling, but I also don't want to put a needle in my arm or lose my teeth or lose my
hate
career.
Needles too, man. I'm a bitch about needles. It's just something about it. Just
not that bad.
I'm not into it. Even the littlest thing, I can't look. I'm a sissy.
See, I think you gotta face your fears, sir. You just gotta go into that head on and be like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, tattoos are worse.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
Then I guess I'm not getting a tattoo then.
Because a tattoo is a consecutive needle going in and out of you for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
That's all a tattoo is. It's like it's that, but constantly, and it's not the same feeling. It's not like the same feeling as getting a shot in your arm because it's not going into your bloodstream. It's not going that deep into you, but like it's just like a few layers of your skin. But still, it's a bunch of little tiny needles just going in and out of you, and that shit sucks after a while.
Yeah, I don't know if a buddy of mine's friends with Paul Booth. I said if Paul Booth ever give me a tattoo, I'd get a tattoo. Otherwise, because he's like the best.
Who's Paul Booth?
He's like. I thought he's like the best. Paul Booth.
He might be, dude. Booth like spelled like regular, like a regular Booth.
Booth.
Yeah, Paul Booth. Here he is.
He's like a famous tattoo
artist. This dude.
Yeah,
I've seen this dude before. I'll pull him up for people to give a look see. But yeah. Okay,
but then my buddy who designed this, Fred Harper, he's a comic book illustrator.
That's cool.
He did this comic book, Snelson. But yeah, if this dude gives me a tattoo, I'm like, I'm down. But it looks like he likes full body ones. Like he did my buddy Fred's arm, and it's like a whole giant thing on his arm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sleeved out now. I'm still not done either. I'm kind of done. But like I do as I get older, to old man talk, as I get older, tattoos hurt me more.
Oh, really?
When I was younger, I was like, fine. Like it wouldn't really bother me. Now I'm like, now I use the numbing cream before I get tattooed.
Yeah, there you go.
And people are like, you're gay. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gay. Sure, cool. It doesn't hurt me. I don't like what I already earned the fire of all this shit. I don't need to fucking keep earning my fucking stripes.
Yeah, what I care. I'm not trying to be tough. Like I just whatever like knocks the pain out, I'm fine with.
Yeah. Also, there's a really hilarious thing that people sometimes will say to me. They'll be like, "Oh, dude, you're probably tough to have tattoos." I go, "It's 2023. Everyone has tattoos. The fuck are you talking about?" And these are also cartoons. It's not like I'm tough because I have tattoos, dude. It's a weird like misconception people still carry with them like that. Like they equate tattoos with toughness. It's like 18-year-olds get tattoos. 18-year-old girls get tattoos. What are you talking about? It's not fucking tough anymore. It's just a thing to do. It's not like a unique.
I want to get one on my shoulder so people can't tell that I'm getting shoulder hair. I just want to, so it like keeps people from like, wow, look at that shoulder on his hair.
Or actually,
like that.
More old man talk in a second. Let's do plugs real quick. Tell the people where we're gonna be coming up in the next few weeks or whatever. Ray, where can everybody? podcast and all that stuff. Hello.
Oh, this is me to plug.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
stuff?
you. Yeah. You plug your stuff right. I'll go up here. Yeah.
Where am I going to be this week? Thursday through Saturday, I'm in Detroit. Who are these podcasts at the Magic Bus? I don't even know the name of the venue. Magic Bus. It's sold out anyway. But
Nice.
I might be doing. Follow me on Twitter at Ray DeVito. On Instagram, Ray.DeVito. But I think I'm going to perform stand up somewhere there during all this podcast stuff.
Nice.
And then also the first Tuesday of every month, my show at the Stand. I know we got Mark Norman and Joe DeVito on that show. That's the first Tuesday of the month. And then in November, I'm going to headline a night. I want to say like November 6th or 7th. I'm going to headline Stand Up New York. So you see me do an hour in New York City or whatever. But yeah, Ray.DeVito on Instagram, at Ray DeVito on Twitter, Rock Bottom Podcast, Rock Bottom Pod on YouTube, Ray DEVI on YouTube for stand-up stuff. All right.
Boom.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice.
Sorry about that. You're going to me. I thought you were like looking for something.
No.
Yeah.
We always do guest first as a polite thing. We want everybody to hear what you guys got going on. People tune into our bullshit every week. Find me at Adam Nutter on Twitter. You guys know that. Instagram, TikTok, Adam Nutter Comedy. This Friday, I'll be at Speakeasy Comedy in Philly with the great Steve Bickle. His show. It's really, really good time. And 22nd, Myers Brewing Company, Philly. 2 shows, 7:30, 9:30. Doing the Libertarian conventions in January, Florida, Georgia, I think Minnesota, February. California, I think I'll be there, not for the LP stuff. I'll just say I'll be in California also January doing some stuff. So all that shit coming out again. New podcast I started with four of the guys, Luke Typo from Biting the Bullet Podcast, Sam Urban, and Kyle Matovic. 5 till midnight. You can find that here on the Drop 10 Media Network. Go subscribe to that YouTube channel. It helps us out in the audio and all that bullshit. I'm forgetting things for sure, but it's fine. You guys know where to find me and all my dates. Go check out our store, guys. Drop Tent Store. Go buy a fucking shirt, you scumbags. Sleeveless summer is officially over, guys. It's officially over. Sleeveless summer is over. So, let's move on to hoodies now and long sleeve shirts. This sad winter's here. Okay. You guys had your time to buy sleeveless summer. Now we're here. Sad winter. Sad boy winter is here. Boo. But go buy a shirt. Or if you don't want to buy a shirt, go support your boys on Patreon. Patreon.com/Cult of Us. $5, one tier. $5 gets you everything. You get a free shirt when you sign up. Give us your size. You get our Patreon Discord access to watch all the UFC fights with us. If you guys were there last week, there were some good fights. Good fights coming up. Sean Strickland beat Adesanya. That was crazy. So if you guys want to hang out, watch and listen to the fights with us in our Discord, and also all the extra episodes we put out, we do the Gauntlet. We watch animal videos. We play Would You Rather questions. It's fucking wild. Patreon.com/Cult of Us. It's a good time. And that's it for plugs. Plugs are done.
Speaking of which, are you scared being in your neighborhood? You got that guy, the crab walker, on the loose.
That's not my neighborhood.
Pottstown. I thought you were by Pottstown. Didn't he escape by Pottstown? Well, he's in Pennsylvania. He's on the move.
Yeah, he is. He is on the move, but he's not by me.
You can capture a man and get $25,000. You into it?
It's not worth $25,000.
It's not
I
worth
need a higher price
$25,000?
point. Nah, I need a higher price point for that, dude.
I like how they're like, there's a reward. Like you got to capture him like it's Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I know.
You have to like bring him to the authorities. Like, here he is. I got him.
And
when you unmask him, it's the guy.
It was Old Man Johnson the whole time raping woman. No, it's because the guy has on his arms, and I don't have a gun because I have a weed card, so I can't own a gun. And I'm not gonna risk getting shot for $25,000 for something I don't care about.
Oh, he's got a gun? How do you know he's got a gun? Oh, the story keeps getting
that's what they
bigger
said.
and bigger.
They said he's armed.
Oh, then the reward's got to go up.
That's what I'm saying.
$25,000. It's got to be up to like $100,000 now.
Well, no, if I had a gun, I could take that motherfucker out. It's not that hard, but I don't. So it's hand-to-hand combat, son, and that's not gonna stop a bullet.
But he's like showing up places and going on people's porches, taking trucks. People are leaving their trucks running, and he's like going. And then I guess he's like hitting up people he used to work with, seeing if they want to help him out.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy how they can't catch this guy. Like,
Would you see the way he escaped? That was, I don't think I could do that. Crab walk like that,
dude. Apparently, that's not the first time it's happened before. Like someone got out the same exact way. Like, I mean, not the same exact. I mean, but he got out like that way. Like he just climbed the thing. It was like, hey guys, just gonna throw this out there. Maybe put like a little canopy on that, like some barbed wire.
Right? Yeah. And it looks like he had a lookout because that one dude's like kind of like looking the other way.
Maybe
he's like standing in front, like kind of like looking out. If you watch the video,
dude, I think if you escape prison, you should just that's it. Like you're out. Like you don't hear me out. It's the government's job. You want to play fucking cop. All right, well you played cop. You caught the guy. You want to enforce rules. Okay, you did it. You got him. Well, then it's also your job to secure that person. If that person can figure out a way out of that facility, they won. Like that's the game. You guys fucked up. You lost. They escaped. They should go free. That's on you.
So you think it should be free? Well, I mean, he can't like really get back in society.
That's the burden you have to take. Also, it isn't just that you don't get to win life again because you got out of jail. You still have to go through life on the as a fucking pariah. But like, you're out of prison. That's pretty cool.
Wasn't that Harrison Ford movie based on a true story? Like he was a fugitive? Yeah,
no,
like
so.
I thought that was a real story. Some dude that like got out, escaped out of jail, and then somehow proved that the crime that I don't know, if it had to be fictional then, because there's no way you can do that. So you escape prison, then you get out, and you prove that you didn't do the crime. That had to be that has to be a made up story.
It's literally never happened one time in the history of the world, like history of this country, where like you've gotten out. And we're like, hold on, hear me out.
Yeah.
It takes people who are legitimately innocent 20 years to be exonerated from prison, like inside prison, who are like you have people on the outside being like, we have DNA evidence proving that this guy's innocent, and they're like, well, give us another 5 years, we'll think about it.
Yeah,
it's like.
But then someone says everyone in prison says they're innocent. No one in prison is like, yeah, I did it.
But there are for sure people who are innocent. Like that is a real thing.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Who didn't do it. And like people who got put to death who never like committed that crime. It's crazy when you think about it.
Well, I got in a serious car accident when I had a part-time job delivering medication in New York City, and I got in a car accident while I was delivering prescriptions.
Your fault or the other person?
No, the accident was my fault, but I was unconscious. I had to go to the ER. They didn't take me to the ER. They saw these prescription drugs, said I was stealing drugs, trying to sell drugs, said I spent $8,000. Everything got dropped because they had zero proof. And then my sister got money out of my account to like hire a lawyer for me, and he didn't do shit. He was like, well, you got to at least plead to the DUI. I'm like, I wasn't on anything. Yeah. I was, and I didn't. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then every time I went to court, there was no evidence, and the dude wouldn't show up. And still had to happen 3 times where I went to court and they didn't show up and they had no evidence, and then everything got dropped. Even though they had I guess they did give me a blood test, a drug test, and an alcohol test. I don't remember because I was unconscious. I had no alcohol in my system and no drugs in my system. That's the only evidence. And yet I still got charged with a DUI.
That's great.
And I was working for a pharmacy, and I had a letter from my boss saying, no, he was allowed to have these medications. He delivers them. Whatever he doesn't deliver, it brings back the next day. And I just $8,000. Fuck that. The cops should. If you go to you arrest someone for 4 things and they did none of them, then the fucking cops got to pay that. The cops didn't have to pay my fucking lawyer fees.
Hey, buddy, I don't know if you know this, but the system's broken and doesn't really give a fuck about you.
No, they don't. But it's like, so cops should just go around arresting anyone the fucking they want to. Say you did A, B, C, D, and E, and then it's up to you to spend your money to prove that you didn't do it.
Remember how we started this podcast being like, politics aren't really. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening a lot now, and it's a real issue. And again, guys like me have been saying this.
Yeah. No, I know that.
I know. It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, man, it's bad, and it's gonna get worse, and it's not getting better. I promise you. It's really fucking bad. Yeah.
And then people that say like, oh, that only happens. They think that only happens to black people. No, I'm as white as it could be. It happened to fucking me. I just happen to have the money to be able to fight it. But if I didn't have it, I would have gotten at least a DUI charge or had to accept like one of the other things.
Dude, it truly comes down to money, and if you have money or not. They don't give a fuck about what you look like. It's like, do you have money to give us money? Oh, you don't? Then you're going to jail. Like, that's it. Like, it's that fucking simple.
But I didn't do any of those things. That's the thing I don't get. I've never been arrested in my life. I have no track record. You run my stuff. You see I didn't. You see that I had a job delivering medications.
Yeah.
Put fucking 2 and 2 together.
They don't give
Put 2 and 2 together. Be like, oh, maybe this guy didn't do anything. Maybe this guy was just got in a car accident.
Yeah, no, they don't give a fuck. And it's wild too. Cause I always tell people all the time, like, I'm like, if you get pulled over for drunk driving or whatever, and they're like blowing this, unless you are positively so, like, you definitely didn't, like, I don't drink, right? So like, I know I come up with 0.00 for sure. I definitely don't drink. But if you even had one beer, even legitimately one, I tell people, do not blow on that fucking thing. Just take the loss of your license, because that's the out. That's their fucking like get around is the cops. They'll be like, blowing this, and you go, I'm good. They'll go, well, if you refuse, you automatically get your license suspended for a year, and then you say, great. Because here's the thing, I'd rather that than these motherfuckers have a faulty equipment or do what they did to you, and they just go, well, we're gonna charge you anyway, and then you go to jail, and it's like, well, they have all this shit against you. Fuck that. Don't blow. I'm not blowing. I'm not consenting to blood. Get a warrant for my blood. Go fuck yourself. And like, I'm not doing this. I'll lose my license. That's fine. I'll pay the fine and lose my license 100%. But I'm not letting you fucking have anything against me. I tell people that all the fucking time. Do not blow in that fucking thing ever.
Unless I was just mad at that one.
Yeah.
That's my only shitty experience with a cop. And like, I was unconscious.
Yeah.
I was fucking unconscious. And he's like, oh, he's OD'd on drugs.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here, dude! Like, get the hell out.
Would you hit? You were in a car, obviously. You got hit by you got sideswiped. What happened? T-boned?
No, I hit another car. I hit another car. I was in a.
You hit another car and you got knocked unconscious. That's unlucky.
Yeah. So I was unconscious and.
Yeah. I
don't remember. I was unconscious, so I don't remember exactly what happened.
Yeah,
I just know I woke up and police cars are like, "Why am I in these handcuffs?"
Dude, that's wild. Waking up to handcuffs, I'd freak the fuck out.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? And then it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty shitty day. It's a pretty scary time. So
New York's finest.
That was in New Jersey. That was in New Jersey.
Jersey's finest.
Yeah, I was in Jersey.
That's fucking wild, dude. That is fucking crazy.
And then I ended up going to the ER as soon as my sisters got me, and they kept me in the hospital for a week. So I clearly needed to go to the hospital. Instead of going to the hospital, they put me in a fucking jail cell.
Oh, they keep you for a week? Holy shit.
No, in the hospital.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the hospital for a week. Yeah, that's a long time. Wow.
Yeah.
What, for what, your brain? They were checking your brain?
Checking my brain, checking everything. Like, yeah. So
I was in a car accident. I got knocked unconscious for like 30 seconds, maybe. I blacked out for like 30 seconds. And they couldn't give a shit less. They were like, you're fine. I was like, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I needed to go to the ER, and he put me in a jail cell.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was still unconscious when my sisters came. They had to like wake me up. I was just literally unconscious in a jail cell. I don't even remember being in the jail cell. They had to come from Ohio to. I was unconscious the whole time. I could have been in a fucking coma. It could have cared fucking less.
That's crazy. Even like they should still take you to the hospital to make sure you don't die. Like, it's so
they
crazy.
didn't. No, they didn't. Just put me in a jail cell. I just sat in a jail cell till my sisters came from Ohio to New Jersey to come get me. I don't even remember.
That's fucking crazy.
I was unconscious the whole time. So yeah.
Yeah,
those are the cops out there keeping us safe.
Well, dude, that's the thing, like, even like hospitals and shit. Like, no one really gives a shit. And like, I get it. They deal with like so much bullshit every day, and so many people trying to scam. Like, I get it. But like, last car accident I was in, the one I was slightly got knocked out for. Yeah, I did go to the hospital, but they were like, I was knocked unconscious. They were like, you're probably fine. And I was like, okay. So like, we're gonna put you this like soft, like that soft neck thing. And I have a problem with like being confined against my will. Like we all do, but like even against my will was a strong way to phrase that. But you, like the next thing, like you can't turn your head at all, and you get very claustrophobic. I started getting very nauseous.
I was in one after that accident. They put me in one of those.
Did it bother you? Because it freaked me the fuck out.
I couldn't move, so it didn't matter.
Okay, fair. Okay, so like I hated it, and it made me feel like I wanted to throw up, like being in this thing, and the way I was laying in the bed, and I couldn't really move that great, and I kept being like, "Hey, I don't want."
I had a broken collarbone too, though. I had a broken collarbone.
Ooh, that shit fucking hurts.
So I mean, I don't remember. I must have been on painkillers.
Dalton, dude, they hit you at Dalton.
Yeah.
No, but like I just remember being like, "Yo, I'm gonna throw up. I'm nauseous. Like I don't like this. This is uncomfortable." And they're just like so like you're fine. And I'm like, I'm telling you how I feel. I'm telling you, and you're like so like, just so like you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. I'm like, go okay, and I just rip it off my neck and fucking threw it into the hallway. And I got up, and the doctor comes in, pissed at me. He's like, "Why'd you take that off?" I go, "I told you, for 40 minutes, I'm getting nauseous and sick. I think I'm going to throw up. I'm very confined. I don't feel good. I understand I might have a neck injury, but like, you're not listening to me." He's like, "You got to put it back on." I go, "I don't have to do shit, actually. Go fuck yourself. You're a doctor. You don't got to tell me anything." It's now, if anything, I'm just being bad medical advice for myself. But now it's just like a spite issue. Go fuck yourself. Like, I'm not putting this back on.
Oh, wow. At least you got a doctor to pay attention. Like, I was in it when I broke my foot or broke my toe. I went in there. I was in there for like 6-7 hours, and I was going to do a podcast. I brought I had my laptop with me because I knew I was going to be in there a while. I had my laptop with me, and then Kevin Brennan, I was supposed to do his podcast, and I was like, "Well, I'll be out of here by 4," because I was in there like 8 a.m. Like, "Oh yeah, there's no way you're going to be." And then I was still in there, and it's like, "All right, fuck it." So I jumped on the thing, started live streaming. They got me out within 5 minutes. The second I hit record and started streaming, they're like, "Yeah, you got to go. Just if you want out of a ER and they're not just charging you,
podcast,
just start live streaming and go live." And they're like, immediately they're like, "Oh yeah, we got to get him out of here.
Get this fucker out of here."
Yeah. So then they came, gave me all the paperwork and everything, got me out of there. Yeah. So that's how you do it. That's how you get out of an ER situation. Just start live streaming, and they're like, "All right, yeah, this guy, yeah, let's get this guy out of here."
Yeah, fuck, man. Yeah, I never want to be in those situations ever again. I hate him. That's why that's why going back to the prison guy, I just stay out of shit. I just stay out of like. There's so many videos out there now of like fights happening, and people are in the comments like, "Why does no one break it up?" I go, "Why? Like, why are you going to throw yourself in a situation? Like, it doesn't end well for you, the guy who tries to do the right thing anymore."
Yeah, what about that one fucking Marine that came in from Texas or whatever, and he saw that mentally unstable street performer, which, guess what? There's 50 of them today in New York City on subway trains. You don't choke them out. You just don't. You just, like, ignore. You just do what everyone else does and move to the other side of the car.
Exactly.
You just go to the next car.
Dude,
you don't fucking, like, "I'm going to be a hero." All right. Wait for the next train. 10 minutes later, there's going to be another fucking deranged street performer going, "It's showtime." Like, you got to choke him out. Like,
right.
Like, you would have choked out 4 dudes at 1 week you're in New York City. If you're choking out every mentally ill street performer in New York City, you'd be tired of choking out all these people.
Dude, you'd be like, my shoulders hurt from all the amount of stress. Of choking out. Dude. Like, but that's exactly what I was referencing, by the way. That dude, because here's the thing. Was he doing the right thing? In every sense of the sense of like standing up for people and yes,
yeah.
But the problem is, this is 2023 in New York City, and you're a fucking blonde-headed white dude. You are a psychotic person to choke out a black dude in New York City, looking the way he did. It is.
Well, the dude was like, the dude he choked out was like 120 pounds, 5'10".
If
like,
the dude he choked out was a white blonde kid, we wouldn't be talking about the story.
Oh, I think he'd be even more in jail.
No way. We wouldn't even know about it.
I don't know about that. No.
We wouldn't even know about it. No,
I don't think you can't go around fucking choking people. You just can't do it.
Because
you can't do
all
it
the time in New York City. All the time. That should happen.
People going around choking people out. I live in New York City. I don't see people
up there. Yeah,
I see it all the time. People being mentally ill. You don't confront them. You just go in the next car.
No, I agree with you. That guy's retarded for doing that. That's the dumbest shit in the world. Just keep fucking going, or just don't look at it. Of course, that's my point. Don't be a hero. Just keep going, because that's not worth it to you. But again, someone who is from New York City and grew up in New York City, there are fights every fucking day in every fucking public transit terminal in that fucking city. all the fucking time. I've seen groups of Italian fucking factions, white kids fight each other. No one gives a fuck. I've seen black dudes fight each other. No one gives a fuck. It's only when you get that shit, it's a news story because you draw public fire from the news outlets. That's why. That's why it's a story. Because they run with it.
I don't know. I think now anything happens anywhere. Everyone's got an iPhone. It's going online somewhere. Every altercation is going to go online. Everything's going to be online. Everything. So I think every fight, I don't care what fight's going on, it's going to be viral.
That's
like a joke from. That's like the joke in my act, where the most popular sport in the world. It's fucking fighting. Remember middle school? Nobody ran across a playground to watch because a soccer game broke out. No, it's putting an iPhone out in a 7-Eleven screaming, "World Star, they're playing soccer in aisle 4." No, it's fighting. Fighting's the most popular. It's not even close.
100%.
Everyone's going to videotape a fight.
Dude, agreed. I agree with you, everything you're saying. But where I'm saying is the news outlets, because they want clicks and ratings.
They want clicks too, so they're going to fucking air the fight.
Pick the things they think are going to get the biggest clicks, which is racial shit. So you have a white.
I think fights in general are going to. Dude, fights in general will get every fight in the stands at NFL games. They're going to get.
Oh yeah, that was a national story for fucking 2 months. No, it's not. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. It's these scumbags want to fucking make. They want to cause division. They want click rates. They want their numbers. So they're going to cause racial division. They're going to find a story with racial division and fucking run with it. Because again, why aren't they showing the fucking groups of Italian kids fighting each other in Staten Island that I've seen that were filmed many times? How come they're not showing all the shit in Chicago? How come they're not running with that? Now I could go watch those videos on Reddit. I watched those videos on Reddit. I've seen all these videos on Reddit constantly. I saw 3 white dudes fighting each other with shovels the other day on Reddit. All right. Why isn't he talking about that? Because no one gives a fuck. Because there's no racial division there. That's why. So no, yes, fighting's entertaining and we all want to see those shit. Yeah, I watch videos all the time on it. But they're not.
I'll watch anyone fight. From my internet, with the internet involved, and I don't have to be live there, and I can watch it on the internet. I'll watch anyone. It could be a white guy and a black guy, a black guy and a black guy, a white guy and a white guy. I'll watch.
Smash this dude with the shovel so hard last night. It was so enjoyable.
I'm not saying it's enjoyable, but I mean,
I think I was being a cunt.
I sat there and watched those fucking stupid slap fights. Those things didn't last long. They just sat there and watched people getting concussions. The dude's face way over here on the other side of his face. I think did they quit that? Like those things.
No, it's still a thing. I think it's still a thing. It's still the Power Slap League is still a thing.
Power Slap League? Oh, dude. There's no way you can do more than 4 of them. You'll be everyone. You got to get a concussion.
It's the dumbest shit in the world. It's so unsafe.
You're just sitting there like. At least UFC fighting, you have a chance to defend yourself. But there, you literally just got to sit still.
You take straight brain trauma. Yeah.
Just while someone's just
it's so
punching you in the face. It's the dumbest thing ever. I don't know how it's even. It's like when arm wrestling was a thing when I was a little kid on ESPN, and then they immediately had to quit doing it because everyone was like tearing their elbows. They were just tearing ligaments in their elbows, and it was like
just straight snapping dudes' elbows and shit. Oh.
Yeah. Everyone's getting their arm broken. It's like, all right, I guess we have no more. It's literally like just people standing there, kick them in their ACL. It's like to see who can't take it anymore. It's like, oh, everyone tore their ACL. The one guy.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's
the dumbest thing ever. It's like what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't understand. Although, like, my scope of sports is like, I think it's like people are fucking tired of me saying this too, but like, I view sports the same way kind of Patrice O'Neal viewed sports, where it's like, I think a sport should only be categorized as a sport if an opponent can directly affect the outcome of the game. So okay, so golf's not a sport. It's like a hobby or competition.
Yeah, I never got into golf. Yeah, I've never liked golf.
Yeah, it's but take away if you like it personally or not, right? I just don't think it's sport. Darts isn't a sport.
Yeah, I don't think
swimming, gymnastics.
If you could drink while you do it, golf, darts, bowling.
Yeah, bowling's not a sport. Racing, but depends on the type of race. So like Olympic racing,
a bike race or a foot race
is a sport.
A
Yes.
car race is not a sport.
No, it is. No, NASCAR is because you could stop people.
Ah.
No, see, you gotta get your mind out of athletic. You gotta get your mind out of like physically athletic stuff because it's not.
Yeah, if you're not doing
that.
anything athletic, then
Doesn't matter. Hear me out. No, hear me out. Hear me out.
So
In
playing
NASCAR-
video games is a sport.
Yes.
All right.
Well, it depends on the video game. But yeah. So like, okay, so let's say NASCAR. Let's take NASCAR for example, right? You have I don't know how many guys are on a track. Let's say 50. I don't fucking know. Let's say 50. 50 going around in a circle, right? Okay, the goal of that race is to come first, quickest time, quickest laps, amount of laps, right? Or whatever the fuck it is. Okay, now if I wanted to, I could get in front of you and slow you fucking down. I'm physically stopping you from achieving your goal, right?
Right.
If we go to Olympic swimming, racing, Michael Phelps, right? Best of all time. Who is stopping him from achieving that? Himself. He's racing himself. Those other guys next to him isn't impeding his ability at all. At all. He is racing himself. So like the guy, his opponent has no effect on what he does. Zero. Michael Phelps has every single outcome of that match in his body. That's it. He really determines if he wins or loses that match, but by natural ability, right? I obviously work and all that shit, but like the dude from France lost because Michael Phelps is a more natural athlete than that dude from France. It's that simple. That dude, Michael Phelps, didn't push that dude from France out of the way to stop him from scoring. And same thing for France, right? The dude didn't stop Michael Phelps from scoring. There's no opponent. It's yourself. Golf, same thing. You're playing the course in yourself. Now, if the other golfer was allowed to like push you during your swing, okay, it's something now. Now we're adding in like a direct like chess. You have a direct opponent in front of you who's stopping you from winning. It's like you have
I guess
an opponent. It stops you from winning. Then it makes it a sport. Otherwise, you're just playing time trials in yourself. Like you're just not doing.
I see what you're
yourself.
saying, but I will just. I think it's more for me. It's the opposite. Like swimming's more sport. A foot race is a sport because you athletically have to do something.
So you're basing off athleticism. I'm not basing off athleticism.
But that's
right.
what I'm doing.
A lot of people do.
We just have to. Yeah.
I've talked about this for years. A lot of people say the same. They go, "Well, it's not athletic." I go, "I understand. That's why I'm not basing this off athleticism because okay, then is bowling a sport then to you?
What is
bowling a sport then?
No.
So what would be a sport to you that's not athletic?
A sport that's not athletic
to you? Like, what would you say it's a sport then? But that's not like a football or soccer that you're running around doing something.
Like hockey's a sport,
right?
Swimming,
Obviously.
Running, track and field. I think anything that involves athleticism where you have to do better than your opponent and you have to physically assert yourself, then that to me, that would be a sport. That's it.
Yeah.
Like playing a board game is not a sport to me. It just wouldn't be a sport. If you could get fat, if you can just get fatter and still be good at it, to me, it's not a sport. I'm sorry.
Curling.
It's just not. Whatever it could be, whatever you could do in gym class would be a. Now, curling's not a sport. To me, it's not. I don't like.
But you're directly.
Fishing's not a sport.
Fishing's not a sport. I agree. It's a hobby, or it's just to get food.
These are just all leisure activities to me. That's what
I agree.
What I will say.
Those definitely are. But yeah, I've always been steadfast about. I've turned a lot of people though. I have turned a lot of people. A lot of people have been like, you know what? Making some points because I
see what you're saying, but it's not my definition.
No, I get it. This is not a cup of tea for everybody, but I just always think direct competition is always more. I know you gotta go. We gotta get out of here. But that's my definition. Where people are like, shut the fuck up. I get it. Right, dude. I know you gotta get out of here. Thank you for coming on. I'll talk to you off air real quick before you get out of here.
All right,
sir.
Thanks for having me.
Good we'll get you on when fucking Neil's around next time. So he'll actually be here and not just leave me solo. All right, boys and ladies, brother and sister bears, I will talk to you guys next week. Peace out.
By the renewing of your mind.
The recycling. It's a flesh body world.
Do it.
Human.
Do it.
Sir slimy reptilian.
This has been a Drop Tent Media Production.